for something, if you don't have a drive for something, there is no way I can help you. I can help you start up your business. I can help you, maybe like the first couple of months we can nurture it together, but after that it's just
you're on your own.
You're on your own. And then what happens? It goes down, so you need to know what is your passion, and then we can now work together on.
Well, but you must also recognize the fact that businesses have cycles.
Yes.
There will be
yes.
ups and there will be downs.
Certainly.
So how do you help in this environment where it seems to be on the downward slide all the time? Everything seems to be going down. Other prices are going too high.
Yes.
Or you don't have access to funding. And
yes.
so how do you speak to people that you want to mentor, you want to help to start up their businesses?
I mean, it's pretty not easy, because most people are like, yeah, well, I've heard this before. What is yours? How is yours different?
Different, yes.
And that's when I always have to tell them, I'm not just all about business development. I'm not just always just about brand development. I'm about nurturing. How do we work together to grow your business? I don't say, okay, you know what? I am coming to you. I'm going to help you with your business now, and then I'm off. I always ensure, I check in as much as I can. What is happening? How can we rub minds together? Everything at the end of the day is not always about how do I make money from you. It's about how do we grow your business to a state where your business is happy, you are happy. So we need to work hand in hand. My passion for me is not just about let me make money and then let me go. If it's about that, believe me, it's going to be pretty easy.
Okay, now, so let's come back to what is prevalent.
Yes.
Many young persons your age now are interested in the money that you're not interested in. I mean, they want to make quick profit. They want
yes.
they want to the best cars, the best houses.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes. So I mean, it's pretty funny. I wouldn't say I'm not interested in money. I mean, everybody loves money. We need money to survive, especially in this economy.
After all, money answers it all.
Yes. Well, most of it. But but at the end of the day, it's like you're doing this for a greater good. I mean, at the end of the day, when money is not there, what stays there? It's your name. It's your legacy. I mean, one thing I've noticed is that, most young people may not be particular about, what, my legacy. Yes, I'll make my legacy in future, But right now I need to make money. But they need to be able to put a limit to where money stops, and then where, your reputation starts, and then where you actually start creating your legacy. I mean, for me, it's a thing where it's of joy when someone probably I've worked with last year, some days ago, I literally came back from Enugu, and then someone I worked with last year, for an event, just calls me back and like, Julian, we want to work with you again this year. So it's joy. I mean, it makes me happy because I did a good job. If I didn't do a good job,
they will not call you again.
They wouldn't be calling me again, and then they called me again and for greater things, So that's just the way it works.
Okay,
really.
now that's a good one. The challenge that we seem to have in this environment is that micro, small, and medium enterprises are not properly structured. They are not properly recognized. So how do we mainstream them to the point where the economy can stay buoyant? How do we do that? From your experience, do you see the possibility of that happening in Nigeria?
I mean, honestly, I do see it, and that is why I'm in the line that I'm in. In the long run, the multinationals, yes, multinationals is what is driving Nigeria right now. But hey, guess what? The dollar, has dropped and is affecting every single thing. And hey, guess what? Is the macro people,
yes,
businesses that are trying to lift the economy by going into manufacturing, going into agriculture. So I tell people, give it 5 years, give it 6 years. It's going to be the small enterprises that's actually going to start driving Nigeria, a greater part, of Nigeria's economy. So it's right now may seem really rough, but in the long run, yes, it's going to be the smaller businesses.
So you see hope here, where many people are actually not so sure about that hope.
I do see hope. And in as much as it's like, things are tough, in as much as everybody wants to, let's travel out. I'm not saying you shouldn't travel out. You can travel out, go out, get experiences, come back, and then, bam, you're doing something great, But there's hope in Nigeria. It's hard to, I mean, even at times when I tell people, you're like, yeah, right. But, there is hope in Nigeria. I mean, in the long run, just give it a couple of years. Things are going to change.
Okay, 3 years back now, the Central Bank of Nigeria came up with some kind of intervention fund, about 200 billion naira that we want to put into micro, small, medium enterprises. Have you seen it at work? Are you seeing it walking the street?
Well, walking the streets, no, I haven't seen it. I heard about it, yes. I mean, people are talking about it, but personally, no, I haven't. I mean, I've even tried, to see if I could, yeah, access it personally and also apply for potential, clients of mine, and it seems like it's just hard to reach. It's tough to reach because I know even this year, Bank of Industry also released, some funds, and then they are doing a couple of, programs out there where you can apply and all of that, but it's
still not getting to the street.
Yes, it seems like it's a tough, it's a tough one. Though I know some banks are trying their best to actually do some programs, reach out to people. We'll
talk about that, yes.
Yes.
Yes, because some kind of capacity building folks.
Yes.
Okay, now, but seriously, you're saying that for you, you have not felt the impact of that funding?
Personally, I haven't. And even business-wise, I haven't. So maybe other people may have, seen that. And yes, I would really love to hear about it. But so far, it's been a tough reach.
Okay, but how about the decision itself? Does that make sense to you? That intervention, is that what is needed, or the restructuring of the entire enterprise? What are we dealing with here? Are we just throwing good money at a bad
situation?
Yes.
Yes, I mean it cuts across as both, because really, if most like SMEs, small businesses, some don't have capital to actually move ahead. But guess what? If I myself as an SME, I get like funding of 1 million, and then I need to start up my business. Maybe I'm into it could be something that has to do with maybe electricity. Let's say like a cyber cafe, and then I constantly have to run generator, get diesel, get petrol, get a generator to constantly ensure that my business is running. I give myself 3 months at the most, the 1 million is going to fade out. And then I will not be able to pay staff, and then everything just goes crashing down. So yes, as you said, it's like we're throwing money into a bad situation. So how we need to rectify the necessary situations first of all, because now you're giving me 1 million and you're asking me to bring in a certain percentage and pay back from what I haven't, made profit from. It's a bit deterring, yes.
Okay, now, so how do you want to encourage young school leavers? Blue-collar jobs are not there, so they want to be self-employed. They want to express themselves just like you have decided that this is your passion. But this is the environment you find yourself.
It's not easy. That's the first thing. I mean, I wish I could actually say, yes, it's very easy. You should go ahead with your passion. You should do this. You should. But honestly, it's really tough. And then because there are times that even if you get someone to, they're small capital businesses, and you may actually get, let's say like people do like bidding, and you may actually get someone to just give you maybe 20K here and there, and just like, yeah, start your business and all of that. It's there are times that you'd have the product on ground, but then no one is coming to you. There are times that for 3 months, 4 months, you're not getting 1,000 naira. So I mean, it's really tough. So for things, that's why I kept on hammering on passion. If you have the passion, then you will continue. Because really, if you don't have the passion, 6 months you're home, nothing is happening. You're like, oh my God. I personally, it happened to me. I counted it 7 good months.
No income.
No income.
Now you see, this is where again for the practical experience that
Yes.
you are putting on the streets now. For the traders, the market women, majority of them, that's what they go through.
Yes.
They have the stock, and for several months, they're actually not making enough sales to even run their costs.
Yes.
So who is helping that kind of business? Who is providing some kind of support to them?
Honestly, they're providing support for themselves. Because it's not like the government is going to come and say, okay, you know what, I'm going to buy this from you. Or it's not like somebody just somewhere just comes and says, I want to do this for you. So they are the ones actually paying for their losses. And when the profit comes, they pay for their profit as well. So it's a sad situation, really. It is a sad situation, but it's just it's a cross that each business-minded person or an entrepreneur would have to go through. Because there are times that nothing is going to come in, and then there are times that it just keeps on coming. You're like, oh my God, so it happens.
Okay, now let's look at the structure that we have on ground.
Okay.
You went to school, okay, in Nigeria here, so you are obviously properly schooled in the Nigerian environment. In some other countries, children are being exposed to entrepreneurial knowledge early enough in life so that they can actually make the right decisions as they're growing older.
Yes.
Do you find that around here? Did you experience that while you were going to school?
No, I did not. It's sad, but it's something that's because while I was going to school, it's a thing of you just go to school, go for lessons, extra lessons, and then you're back.
And that's all.
Either when you come back 4 o'clock, the TV station comes on, and then you watch your cartoon, and then you go back. So there wasn't basically any extracurricular activities. But right now, I see that some schools, especially in Lagos, they are trying to provide those extracurricular activities for students where some may be swimming, it may be tennis, it may be ballet, it may be other things, but basically they're trying to get the young ones to actually, just test every other thing, see what they excel at, and then they can grow from there. I see, I get to sit with parents that, they're like, oh, my child is going for swimming, my child is going for tennis, or my child has, a tennis championship, whatever that, they have to go for. So I see that, and I'm really happy that, parents are actually deciding to put their kids through all of these things. Yes.
So that you think that's the way to go? That
is the way to go, because at the same time, it's not just tennis. It's not just sports.
We are saying yes.
I mean,
it
even
can be
businesses,
any other activity. Yes.
Yes, because I actually met a wonderful lady last year, and then I've noticed that she puts her kids through all the necessary processes. I'm talking about studying and doing research, seeing how you can make lip balms, wristbands, and as of ending of last year, she told me that her kids, are 2 girls, that they actually made a sale of 70,000 naira. From selling lip balm, scented candles that they made with their own hands at home.
How old were these children?
I think they should be between 10 and 13.
Wonderful.
Yes.
At 10, already given a chance to go and earn income.
Yes.
Now, but that is not run of the mill. That is like 1 out of 1 million.
Yes.
So you think we should make this more popular? We should actually get parents to see that their children also can begin to, that's what you're advocating.
Yes, certainly, because it's not about, oh, my child just has to finish school and then graduate, and then they start working, and once they start working, they have to start earning money, and then get married, and then have kids. It's not always that in that secular form. So you need to let your children go out, explore every other field. I'm talking sports, I'm talking singing. Guess what? People in the entertainment industry are raking in money. They don't have 2 heads. There are other people that may even be especially more gifted than they are, but they are there. They're making the money. You just don't have to be a musician. You can be a producer, a beat producer. You can be a drummer. Different things like that. So it's not just about getting them to buy and sell. Finding their talent, finding what they have passion for. If it's mathematics, then different. Just let them grow in whatever it is they are really comfortable in. Everyone has a gift. Everybody has a gift.
Okay, now let's come back to how. You have already said something about multinationals, running the economy for us now.
Yes.
But we must admit, those multinationals actually grew out of some people's garages or shared apartments.
Yes.
So why are our own businesses not growing to become multinationals?
First of all, it takes a lot of hard work, and then it takes a lot of time for your business to grow. If Ford Motors, yes, they didn't. It took him a while to actually get to where he is right now, even long after he's been here. Believe me, it took him years and years of trying. So it's not like, okay, I started my business 3 years ago and then nothing seems to be going. 5 years is even too small for you to say my business is in a great place and I can relax, So we're talking years and years and years. And then for some people, it takes 15 years, it takes 20 years. And then they go public and then people know about, their business. So it's not just, I'm sitting in my house. Yes, okay, I've stressed myself so much this week. I've stressed myself so much 2016. So 2017 is just going to be all magical. It doesn't happen like that. Persistence, hard work, work smart. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Working smart and strategies. In the Nigerian environment, it seems as if that what we just do is follow, follow. So somebody is buying and selling and it's making money. So you too, you want to go and open up a shop and start buying and you're selling. So how about strategies? Are we strategic in the way we actually want to start out and start a business and grow it and develop it? Did we employ, do you see that in your advisory role? Have you seen that in all these businesses?
Rarely.
Rarely.
Yes, because most people is like,
I know what I want.
no, it's even aside from I know what I want. It's like, but my friend, started shipping in box of
Bags,
matches,
yes.
and then she's making money from selling box of matches. Guess what? The connections your friend has from selling box of matches, it's very from the kind of connection you have. The passion she may have about a stick of match is very from the passion that you would have about that same stick of match. So it's you can't say, oh, because someone is selling A, then I must sell A. I've noticed that a lot, even while growing up, like way back in the 90s, we're talking filling stations. Yes, this person has filling station, I must also have a filling station. And guess what? It now comes so ridiculous that someone here has a filling station, another person has another filling station. So at the end of the day, it's not, you're not putting thoughts into it. Even if your friend or some Mr. A has a filling station and
you are going to set up another one.
You're going to set up another one. What you should do is, what does Mr. A have that I can put in here? What doesn't he have, or what does he have? So just think of things like that. But no, even these days, it's so tough because I'm trying to tell you, yes, this is what is moving. People are buying clothes. Yes, people want to buy designer clothes. They want to buy designer bags. Yes, it's moving. But let's put thoughts into it. Mrs. A knows that she has a particular contact or a particular clique of people, let me say in Port Harcourt, that she can sell all of this to. They're just ready to buy it. You just see Mrs. A coming in every other month, bringing in things, and then you want to buy. So you want to buy and then go and sell to people. It doesn't work like that. You don't necessarily have to buy her bags or her shoes that she's buying and then, put out there. So you need to think about it. What else can I put in there? Look at the economy. Would it favor you? Mrs. A started her business 3 years ago. You think that's what is raking in money. And then 2016, you want to start importing things. How does that work? Look at the dollar. It's increased. So who is going to come to you at the end of the day to buy things from you? So it doesn't, but most people don't want to believe that, I can employ someone to come and strategize for me. They believe I can do it myself. And then when it doesn't work, why is this not working? Why is this not working? And then you just close that chapter. You want to start another thing again. But so it's what I try to tell people. If you feel, yes, maybe everyone is calling themselves a consultant these days. You just don't want anyone to be coming and be telling you things and then moving on. Employ somebody
to do the thinking.
To do the thinking for you. So.
Okay, now we have had incidences where families have helped to set up a business.
Yes.
Maybe the husband will provide for the wife to go and set up a shop, an outlet, or a business. And after a couple of months, the money is gone down the drain.
Yes, that happens a lot.
Yes.
First of all, I feel it's really nice, when you're able to find a family member or a friend to support what you're doing, and then you're able to kickstart. But most people can be lackadaisical, with the way they handle things, especially when it's like, oh, it's my husband that gave me the money, So I know I can always go back to him. But if your husband goes to you and says, you know what, I'm giving you X amount of money, you're going to pay me back X amount of money, and it's going to be within this period of time, I can bet it with you the wife is going to sit up and do well. Because you can't go to the bank and just say, okay, I want to get a loan from the bank, and then you're not taking it serious. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So basically, it's, yes, like I said, it's always good when people decide to, when they rise up to help you. I can tell you categorically right now, my company that I set up wasn't even my money. It was a friend. I was like, you know what? I want you to start up this thing. You need to make it a business. Stop freelancing. I want you to do this. And then she gave me the money. So if I didn't feel that, initially you're like, you know what, I'm borrowing you.
So it's like a loan.
It was like a loan. And I was like, okay, all right, fine. I did the job. First month, I'm like, okay, here's your money. And she's like, no, it's for you. You know, just to see that you can actually do the job and for you to actually put your all in it and they'll be like, oh, yes, well, my friend gave me the money and then I can do whatever I want. But, you know, if you work hard for something, you get the money, it's your hard-earned money. You're going to work hard. I mean, you're going to put your all in it.
Okay, now, so let's put it back on the streets. Right now, the economy, well, we are in recession, as it were, but some people are still saying that there are businesses you can still do with little amount of money, just like you said, if you're dedicated, if you're efficient. But how can you be efficient in an environment like this, where there's no power?
Yes. Yes, efficiency in some situations, I mean, in some businesses, really, it can be limited because of, you know, other things like you said, you know, the power, water, and all of those things. But yes, there are businesses that you can actually start up without needing power. There are some businesses that you can start up that you need power, but then you wouldn't need water. There are businesses that you start up that, you know, you need both of them. So, like, I know the easiest thing that people are doing right now is bids, you know, bid making. You don't need power for that. You don't need electricity for that. But then you can actually sell to people. And another thing when it comes to selling to people is, are you trying to rip people off? So if,
the Nigerian factor.
You know, like, I must make double 100%, you know, of this. If I see Mrs. A makes X product and then she's she's willing to give me 50% off, I wouldn't want to go to Mrs. B that I know that she's going to want to get 100% off me. So
these are the issues that we need to contend with.
Certainly.
All right. Julian is still here. We are not going to let her go anywhere because I know many of you are looking for the tips that you need to start your own businesses. I think I'm going to take something from her because maybe I should borrow from her too, the way she got the loan to start her own business. So I can. But you better see me. So we'll take a break now and then we'll continue after that. Stay with us.
When we came up with the team, say Operation Zero Tolerance, we were saying zero tolerance to deaths on our roads. We were saying having zero crashes, yes, on our roads.
We'd love to see you in Dashiki or Dandogo or Agbada.
The youth still have a very big chance of making a very big difference. That's why I started a lot of projects.
We have not been able to distinguish traditional medicine from traditional religion. So that one has...
Every edition is an arresting conversation with distinguished Nigerians from various strata of the society, bearing their minds on how we can realize the Nigeria of our dreams. Join us live on Close Flow, Monday and Friday, every week here on NTA2 Lagos Network Center. Close Flow. The conversation is about you. Thank you so much for staying with us. We are delighted that you're still out there, you know, to continue this conversation with Julian. She's been very expressive, saying to us there's so much hope in this same environment in spite of the recession. So don't give up on Nigeria yet. She's not saying you cannot do Andrew checkout, but she's saying go out there, get the experience, come back here, and bam, we are on the ground and running the economy properly. We want to thank all of our viewers who have sent in their questions. There are so many here already. And again, the Twitter handle is at NTLNC. Be a part of the conversation. Let us see how all of us can express ourselves or how we can find expression for our talent. She said everybody is talented, so don't give up on yourself. Thank you all for your questions. I'll run through them and see how Julian handles your questions or your queries. Emmanuel from Sangwater says, what is the difference between a social entrepreneur and a serial entrepreneur?
All right. So basically, a social entrepreneur, we're looking at quote unquote, like a philanthropist, someone that, you know, decides, I want to impact my society. I want to see how I can grow my society, not just not
just in terms of monetary.
Yeah, not just make money from them, but how can I impact? How can I grow? I can make a change in my society. You know, an example is
you.
Okay, an example is, you know, deciding I want to maybe start making taps, or I want to start drilling bore or like holes in, you know, communities where they can get water, clean water for that matter. Or yeah, so and that's an example of a social entrepreneur. And then a serial entrepreneur is someone that goes, you know what, this is a business idea that I have. I'm going to start it. He starts it either alone or with others, and then the next thing he goes,
this is another business idea.
I'm starting it up right now. So before you know it, Mr. A, who is a serial entrepreneur, is into A, B, C, and D, and then he has multiple streams of income. So not just I'm just focusing on one thing and then making money.
So that is Emmanuel. I hope you heard that. So which one you want to do? You want to start digging boreholes, or you want to start creating businesses around? Better just make that choice now. Jolomi from Ejigbo. How easy was it for you to convince your parents to allow you to move from what you studied to be into a business environment? How